Today we'll be listening to our vocabulary read aloud, Lester. Before we begin, let's review our vocabulary words for this week. Read them with me or repeat them after me. Bursting, noises, noticed, quiet, share, sprinkled, suddenly, wonderful. As you listen to our story, Lester, today, I want you to listen carefully for each of these vocabulary words. When you hear them, repeat them back to me. As we listen to our story, we will also pause a few times to answer some questions using our understanding of our story. Now we will begin. Lester. Mrs. Carpenter loved animals. In her second grade classroom, she had 3 goldfish, Maddie, Dottie, and Scotty. She had a toad named Vinny. She had an old, plump cockatiel named Dizzy. And she had an alligator lizard named Lester. The students of Mrs. Carpenter's class loved all the pets and the funny noises they made, but Lester was their favorite. They'd never miss an opportunity to watch their teacher drop a couple of crickets into his terrarium. It was wonderful to watch Lester scurry about, eagerly snatching up the crunchy treats. One morning, as the students piled into the classroom, Mrs. Carpenter had some bad news. As she sprinkled food into the fishbowl, she said, "Children, when I came in this morning, I noticed that Lester's cage was open. Now he's gone." The children gasped and suddenly started looking under their desks. "We have to form a search party. Let's get Matt and look for him. Maybe someone stole him. Call 911. I'll make lost posters and hang them up." The children were bursting with ideas. Mrs. Carpenter finally got the kids back in their seats. Now, let's just be quiet. I'll leave Lester's cage open in case he decides to come back. If he doesn't, then he's probably happy where he is. Don't worry, boys and girls. Now we need to take our timed math test. The children sighed and took out their pencils. Sure enough, the next morning, Lester was back in his cage. He was not alone, though. A lovely lady lizard was with him. The children rejoiced and took turns holding Lester and his new friend. They decided to name the lady lizard Lizzie. "See," Mrs. Carpenter said, "Lester was just lonely. Now he has a friend to share his cage."